Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to my match reaction to Leicester 2, Everton 1. Everton have thrown it away again in the very last minute. Leicester have scored a last minute goal from, and it's a very tight offside decision. VAR has given it. It's just literally every cruel blow that you could ever imagine, and if you just think this season can't possibly get any worse, and it just goes worse and worse every time. What has got to happen before we get a bit of a slice of luck? I mean, I don't know whether we deserved it. Leicester did attack us in the second half. I mean, we played very well first half. Leicester attacked us, and they looked like the more likely ones to score for the whole second half, but we really didn't deserve that today. For once, I thought, I mean, it shouldn't have taken this long, but I thought Marco Silva actually did have a plan today. I thought we were quite rigid, quite solid. We looked okay. We've given a really good account of ourselves, and we did not deserve that. But as much as I'm a massive fan of his, I'm really upset with Tom Davies today. I think he's gifted them 2 goals by losing possession in midfield, and this will just give the detractors, if you like, a bit more of a stick to beat him with, because everything that Tom Davies detractors seem to have against him is this kind of, he does make mistakes in the midfield, and he gives chances like this, and that's exactly what he's done today. It's quite disappointing, and regardless of what's happened, and I know we've been rubbish at times this season, we didn't deserve nothing from the Norwich game last week, but can you honestly say that a team has had as bad luck as we've had? I mean, Marco Silva may stay, may go. Who knows what's going to happen on Wednesday? I'm not looking forward to that. But we just don't deserve this. It's these fans travelling up and down the country to see this happen to us again in the last minute. They just don't deserve it. And I mean, these players they've given an alright account of themselves today, but it still really wasn't good enough. I mean, we needed to give them something to think about, I suppose. And I'm just really upset with this, because I'm not sure how much more of this I can take, to be quite honest with you. It's unbelievable that a team can suffer as much as we have, and we're not even halfway through the season yet. So if you think relegation's not going to happen, then it's still a very, very big possibility that that's going to happen the rate we're going at. We're having absolutely no luck. We've got a lot of good players injured. We've got a really, really difficult run of games coming up. We're just, nothing is going for us. It doesn't matter whether people will say you're there, and you look, and to an extent you do. We haven't played good enough at times this season, but that wasn't not earning your luck today. That is just, we just did not deserve to lose that game today, not in the manner that we did anyway, and it's just heartbreaking. I mean, I suppose that's the positive maybe we can take from this game, is that I'm actually upset about it rather than just going, oh, for goodness sake. But it's just, how much more suffering do Everton fans have to go through? I mean, it's just painful. I just don't know where to go from here. I mean, we've got a derby in midweek, and we're going off the back of a really cruel defeat. Our morale's probably going to be really bashed after this. We just don't want to be going there of all places. It's just hard to see what's going to happen next. I mean, I think it's a case of just write the derby off at this stage. I mean, we've got to go there and give a good fight, just as we did today. But I think that's the case. Silva will still be in charge for the derby. I thought he's given a good enough account of himself against a decent side there today to warrant keeping it, at least. But it's hard to see what's going to happen for us right now. It's hard to see whether Silva can turn this around, whether the players have got it in them to turn this around. You can put up as much of a good fight as you like, but if you keep bottling it in the last minute like that, you've got no chance. I mean, we really need to get a grip now, and dare I say it, we need to get a more nasty manager. We might not want to see it, but we might need that kind of manager who isn't going to play the pretty stuff, and he's going to grind out the results we need, because these players seem too naive to see out a game. A 1-1 draw would have been a very good result for us, I thought, there today, and the players didn't have the mental toughness to see it out, and it's just really concerning. I mean, you can fight as hard as you like, and I thought we did give a good account of ourselves today, but it's just not good enough. You've got to see games out, and we haven't done it again. And these players just continue to disappoint us. It's like, it's one thing after the other with Everton this season. You just think it can't possibly get any worse, and it's just getting worse and worse, like I say. And to think we're going to Anfield next, I'm just not looking forward to that at all. I'm glad it's on Amazon Prime because that means I won't be watching it. And as much as it's the derby, and I feel like I should, I can't bring myself to do it. I mean, I brought myself to watch this today, and look what it's done to me. It turned me into an emotional wreck. It's what Everton does to you, I suppose, and it's just so disheartening. We scored a really good goal today. We went in front, but again, we didn't really see enough of that toughness that you need to see games out, especially on the road. And it's the kind of thing that cost us against Brighton, and it's cost us again today. But make no mistake about it now, I think Everton are in a real relegation scrap. There's no doubt in my mind that we are in serious trouble this season. The players have really got to get a grip of themselves. I mean, the manager can stay or go, but the players have to find it within themselves to find a bit more stomach to the fight, really. I mean, they showed a bit of it today, but again, it still isn't enough. You've got to grind out results in the Premier League, especially when you're in the position we're in, and I just don't know where the next win's going to come from with the set of games we've got ahead. But we've just got to look ahead to the derby now and just cross our fingers and pray that we just don't get mauled, because that's all I can see right now. There's just no essence of hope for me right now supporting this club. There's just nothing to keep me going. I thought today we could have walked away with some positives, and then they still kick you down. They kick you in the teeth. It's just so difficult right now to support this club. It's just, where do you go from here? And it's hard to speak articulately about that kind of game because emotion has got the better of me there. I'm really, really heartbroken. And maybe I'm looking through it a bit negatively. Maybe there are positives to take, but I just can't see it right now. I'm just absolutely drained. And it's like I say, it's just one thing after another. We just seem to be getting bits of rotten luck, being kicked when we're down. And these players don't seem to have it in them, like I say, to bring themselves back up when they get knocked down. So it's a really, really concerning position to be in right now. And we've got a tough December ahead. We've just got to hope that we can scrape a few points here and there and maybe get a bit of luck that we haven't had so far, and we can maybe turn the season around. But it's just difficult to see what's going to happen now from here on in. So there you have it, guys. Leicester City 2, Everton 1. Bit of a depressing match reaction, I know, but it's what happens. It seems to be part and parcel of doing these shows these days. It's really, really sad to see, but it is the way it is. Just make sure you leave your comments in the comments below, and give us a like and a subscribe. And of course, it's not great, but we really appreciate you guys still tuning in even in these dark times. So thank you guys for watching on the Toffee Blues.